Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Kaiserreich on the Hearts of Iron 4 engine. Okay, we are going to pursue. I want to manage occupied territories. Don't want to release them as a nation. Don't want to release them as a nation. Okay. They're going for German friendship, but can't give them control of the state. Okay. Well, maybe there'll be an event. Now, almost. Them.
Angetreten.
Ha. So, let's move them down here.
Ausrücken.
Bringing forces home to Germany.
Bereit.
Beatles forces. Select all.
Befehle.
Downfall and stability. This is concerning. Uh-oh. Oh, we are negative political power. Okay. They are serious about political power here.
Ausrücken. Bereit.
We're not all there yet. Release the United States. Yes, we can, but I want to unite the United States. Oh, you mean release this one here, as opposed to these. Okay. No, we're going to release them as a puppet. We're not going to play it as. Okay, there we go. Well, now they rejoin each other. Indian troops.
Ihre Befehle.
Okay, they're all there. Come back to Germany. Ended the American Civil War, the Second American Civil War. Hopefully it didn't mess anything up here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Well, if they're going to be independent, we don't need to occupy them.
Ausrücken. Bereit.
Von Rundstedt's army, what's in here?
Ausrücken.
Train.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
research. Ah.
Angetreten.
Von Menschen's little army, okay.
Ausrücken. Befehle.
Dream of Pan-Europa. Because Washington, D.C. and Alabama and Florida are owned by the United Mexican States because of the way the peace treaty thing worked. And so it's really more Maryland, but yeah, it's not, in my opinion, very satisfactory of a conclusion here. Get on board ships. Come back to Germany. Aren't you at a port? Aren't you at a port? Oh, you gotta come here. Be at the port. There's ports in Newark, New Jersey.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
What the? Why are you not at a port? Oh, you're not at New York City, you're up there. Okay, I sent you to the wrong spot, didn't I? Okay. Picked the wrong thing. Well, that makes sense.
Angetreten.
Now that I understand it.
Zuhören.
There we go. Now that's working as I
Zuhören.
expect. We're keeping Cuba. I should send forces to Cuba. The Russians run French currently. I want to have some influence in the Americas. Canada has the Panama Canal. How interesting. Not quite sure what we should be doing. Yeah, got all kinds of stuff to do, research-wise. Right now we have more equipment than we know what to do with, and we're more of a, well, we got decent manpower at the moment. Our ideology has grown, excellent. No, we don't need this because I don't want to build more political power. Middle Europa. The Entente has Ireland, Portugal, Canada. Yeah, that's it. Oh, India. Okay, we can speed this up. Yes, no, I did not pause it. One. Speed that brings it. Grain and steel.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Achtung! Ausrücken! Bereit? Ausrücken!
From Middle Africa. Bohemia. Okay, Austria. Are you going to join in Europe or not? No.
Bereit!
Okay, well, what do we got to do? Come down. Well, these guys get. Oh, declared war.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
These guys. Okay, we've got the new Heinkel. Now, come over here and we want to really increase its range, improve its liability and its attack. Have enough to do all that? Yes, plenty. Okay. Now that we did that, we want to get the Heinkel A model. Put it in production. more oil and aluminum. Where might we get that oil and aluminum from? Pacific States. Yes, our best bet. And aluminum from also the Pacific States.
Befehle. Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Zuhören. Ausrücken. Achtung! Ihre Befehle!
You guys go occupy Cuba. Gives us a better look at them. Good look at our tech, or our deployments.
Ihre Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken! Befehle! Ausrücken!
Now we had stopped most of our training, or all of our training, because none of manpower, but now we have more. Yeah, that's our standard.
Achtung! Ausrücken!
We're going to send you back to Cuba. Okay, Peru declared war on Chile, which we're not going to get involved with. Do we have a good enough army here to take the Austrians, you think, guys, or not?
Angetreten! Ausrücken! 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 Bereit! Achtung! Zuhören!
That's my order. We will
Angetreten.
What's the Austrian border? Hello, Rick. Good to see you. Oh, we may be facing a war with Mexico. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Achtung.
Well, let's...
Zuhören. Ausrücken.
No, not come there. I want you to...
Zuhören.
Okay.
Angetreten. Zuhören.
Give... Oh.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle.
So, let's...
Befehle.
Select all. Trash this. And then you...
Bereit. Achtung.
You're supposed to go...
Angetreten.
Okay, yeah. All of you, select all.
Bereit.
Wow, I can imagine. I can imagine. No. Trash that. Kaiserreich. Hearts of Iron 4, of course. Since this is a minor front, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to focus on it, we are turning it over to AI control to see if they can manage that. Well, I don't know. We are sort of looking at a possible war with Mexico, but you guys been encouraging me to go to war with the Austrians, but are we tough enough? Are we strong enough? Hey, Nagaro. Good to see you. We're thinking we might be going into Austria, so wrong button. So I'm preparing for that real possibility here. Wish in the earlier versions of this game, when you reopen the window, it would stay at wherever you were before. Now it doesn't do that anymore, and I don't like it. Gotta hunt. Where are my tactical bombs? Oh, there they are. Yeah. Okay, so tactical bomber, big group here. Now up here. Aha! We've got lots of junk that maybe I should get rid of to somebody else. We should have stayed right where we were. Could make a video on that. There we are. Okay, right about there. 100. Oh well. And we will also need a lot more fighters. A lot of this is captured stuff. Not captured, not captured. Where? Okay, no, not okay. There we are. Oh, let's get some heavy fighters. You're down here, I think. Well, we could do some close air support. Okay, this is exciting to watch, I'm sure, as I look for, oh, there, heavy fighters, there we are. Put these guys up here. Going after bombers. We did B-Ice Poland earlier, and we got stomped. I would say that that was clearly what had happened. You know, let's come to here. No. No, I don't want my troops. Who can I give Lend-Lease to? Okay, start Lend-Lease. Oh, this is the older version. Oh, damn. I forget that. Can't get rid of the junk. Never mind. Ah, MacArthur's in charge of America. I tried valiantly, but it didn't work out. Can't get rid of the old junk. Better tactical bombers. Okay. Now this air base. Let's close this and open this one up. Now this is where our offensive aircraft will be. We should have some tactical bombers that will be better, longer ranged. Oh, not naval. What am I missing? Oh, here. Not used to these. I'm getting ready for a possible war with Austria. Meaning we're thinking about starting one. But, don't know if we are strong enough. The consensus is do it, so let me get some air power. Do I have any German units still in Italy here? Yes. Okay. Under Kesselring, sort of lost under Kesselring, okay.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Vulnerable. Let's... I know all this air stuff is exciting to watch. Deal. Yeah, we could use more recruitable population. Okay, let's save this. So I know if I were to ask, should I go to war? Everyone's going to go yes. Okay, so. We want to that. Ah, thanks for following. So, Salzburg, yes, we want Salzburg. We want the Tyrol. Not that we don't want everything, but we reached our limit. I guess we reached our limit of areas. But we want at least that. Conquer. Okay. And technology. Crude oil times convoy escorts. Okay, so. Oh, wow. April 46? What? Oh, Rommel 131. They're canceling an non-aggression pact with us. Okay, well. I think we're going to have to go to April 46. Okay, EU has secured peace. for decades now. Has it really? The EU. Was there likely to be a Franco-German war sometime in the last 40 years without the EU? Seeing as how for the last 40 years they've both been really in NATO. So I would say NATO has secured Western European peace. We can talk about France sort of withdrawing from NATO in various ways under de Gaulle, and then slowly bringing in Spain. But I don't see that. And the EU, yeah, I know it wasn't an EU member at the time, but did sort of have that little sort of shooting incident in what was Yugoslavia. That wasn't quite peaceful. Yeah, I don't know that EU is responsible for maintaining any peace. I'm not saying the EU in itself is a bad thing by any means, but I don't think it's maintained any sort of peace. I would go with NATO. Has. And NATO is a distinct and different thing from the EU. And as IKB just said, some of the major reasons why I don't like the EU. That's not saying that I'm not like saying, oh, it shouldn't exist if Europeans want it to exist. I'm not like, oh, it must be destroyed. Absolutely not. It's not, I'm not a European, so it's not my call. Though obviously I can give judgments on things. What I think is a good idea or not. Let's do that. And like as Arno was saying, I know of Kurt Wilders in the Netherlands. I don't know all of his political opinions. I don't know if I knew it well, whether I would support him or not. But I do think he is sounding the alarm bells of real problems with the open border situation with the EU, and the idea that, well, because Germany wants to take in refugees from, say, Syria, though a lot of the quote-unquote Syrian refugees aren't from Syria. And then if Italy wants to sort of take in a bunch of Libyan refugees, that once they're there, that then the Netherlands has no say about them showing up in the Netherlands, or the Denmark has no say about them showing up. Yeah, okay, and make it better. But the idea is, Nigaro, what is sovereign? Sovereign, and if you don't sort of understand the meaning, sovereign means that, how to say it easily, is what is the ultimate responsibility, the ultimate, I don't know if control is, but the final say in anything. What is sovereign? Is the national government of the Netherlands sovereign, or is the EU sovereign? See, in the United States, the sovereign government is the federal government. So if there is a conflict between a law, say in the state of Texas, and a federal law, the federal law wins because it is sovereign. It is the ultimate sovereign power for the United States. Texas can do anything it wants within the limits set by the United States federal government. So anything within the limits, it can do whatever it wants, but it can't do anything outside those limits. So, which we normally call unconstitutional at the extreme, or just regulations. Say, if there's a national background check for firearms, but there's no background check in Texas, they have to do the national background check. It's whose laws are sovereign. So whose governing laws are sovereign in the EU? And I don't really think most citizens have thought of this, that they're giving up their sovereignty to the EU government. And which sort of kind of means France and Germany. And so, who gets to make the decisions for the people in each country? Do they make the decisions democratically? Does their government bureaucracies make the decision? Or and so this is the problem that I see with the EU. And why I really supported Brexit. Obviously, again, I don't live there. It's just what I think is a good idea for Britain. Oh my God. Okay, 34. They've got a lot more divisions than we do. This is not looking to be a good idea, people. Well, let's try to make it a good idea. Well, and you see, this is where I agree with you, Nagaro, that, well, you're tiny in geography. If you're not counting Russia and whatnot, you're tiny in geography. You may not be tiny in population, but you're tiny in geography. So, this is why I like the idea of NATO. NATO doesn't tell its member nations, how to run their militaries, but it's a joint defense pact. So, that's why I like that concept. And so if we were looking back at the European Common Market or something, I thought that was a good idea. So, I think it's gone too far. Okay, so we've gotten through all of our operational text. And we're going to end the episode, not the stream, the episode here. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. Do appreciate that. And you can post your conflicting ideas, if you like, on the best solutions for Europe. I always love to know what you're thinking. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.